Hi, I'm Deepti Pahwa. I have been working in the entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem for the past 2 decades with professional design expertise. Currently working as a super coach for the MedTech Accelerator at Swiss Innovation Park in Jura, and also been an author of a book recently called Trailblazer Founders. The two most impactful recommendations that I can give to our startups are actually very, very basic. Number one would be know your why and why you are the one who is most suitable to do what you're solving for right now. I think this is something which most startups do not look at. They just come up with a product and a technology, the solution that they've come up with. So I think that's very important. And the second thing I believe is also very important is know your customers and understand your customers. I come from a design thinking background. That's how I see that sometimes it's also very important to go and test and iterate and pivot if your solution is not working the way you designed it, rather than just trying to come up with a technology and solve for what you set out to solve. So one of the values I would like to bring to my startups, the ones that I'm coaching, is think about the whole spectrum and the ecosystem of how you can collaborate and win with the stakeholders in the solution that you're trying to find, rather than trying to be on an island and solving for what you are set out to solve for. So that's one of the things that I would want my startups to think about. And secondly, I would also think about in terms of the expertise that I bring, which is the business model innovation. Sometimes you have a great idea and a great solution, but it just needs tweaking in the sense of finding the right business model that works and that gets you the revenue that you were set out to go for. So that's the other thing I would want my startups to work on. The two significant problems that I feel that startups are facing in the current landscape is the input of big amounts of data which is out there, which is of course an added benefit in terms of solving for the problems that you set out to solve for. If it is not being cleaned and it's not being put together in the right way, or it's not being assorted in the right way, so bad data is bad output. And I think that's something with a lot of startups are struggling with, having the data but not really know how to deal with it in terms of innovation. The second thing, which is clearly known, maybe not so much for the startups here in the MedTech Accelerator because they're giving a lot of grants to work with, but capital availability in the market, as it's really right now not so much access is not there, which used to be there in the last year, but right now there is really a dearth of capital in the market, and which is something which I believe a lot of startups are facing. I think DayOne Tech Accelerator is right now building an amazing ecosystem of support. So you have the government support, you have the support of all the academia here, you have the corporate support, and I think this is so much, and it's all concentrated in a in a vertical, which is medtech, life sciences, and really a very small, narrow area, which benefits people in terms of getting the most out of in terms of the stakeholders that can be part of your solution. The second thing that I believe people can get here is also the support of the fellow startups. A lot of the startups are working in this accelerator which are having, let's say, complementary solutions or also similar solutions. So you can really tap onto each other's expertise and tap onto each other's resources to be able to build on your solutions, which is very unique to this ecosystem.